Hello, my name is Jordan, and this is my story of how I almost became Brian J. Miller's next victim. When I was about 16 years old, my father and I were staying at a campgrounds near Marion, Wisconsin. We were sitting at the bar having a couple of drinks. Now in Wisconsin, you can drink with your parents when you're under 21, so we were just having a normal night when this man approached us and offered to buy us some shots. And through the course of the evening, we talked, and around 2 a.m. when we were getting ready to leave, he had asked us if we wanted to continue the party back at his place. It turns out he was the owner of the campgrounds, and he had mentioned, about all of these luxurious places that he owned in different places, and how he would love for us to come up and stay, and if we ever just wanted a vacation spot, he would give us the keys. So kind of with that, you could say, carrot at the end of the stick, we kind of agreed to come with him back to his place. And it was about 3 or 4, and we had been drinking heavily, and my dad and I kind of realized, we should probably take it a little easy. We still kind of wanted to keep our eyes on the beach houses, so while he would make us drinks when he wasn't looking, we'd take the drinks and dump them into plants, so as to not continue to get too drunk and still keep the conversation on getting the keys to these beach houses. Before you know it, the sun was about to come up, and it was about 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, and we probably should be getting back to our campsite. So we left his house, and, after that night, didn't really think too much of it until about 2 weeks later, I got a call from my aunt, who actually has a permanent site at this campsite, and she was asking me a lot of strange, really personal questions about my time with Brian. And it turns out only 2 weeks after we had that night drinking with him after the bar, he was actually arrested for child sexual assault. He had 3 teenage foster boys that he was touching inappropriately, and how he would do it was he would actually give them alcohol and he would drug them inside the drinks. So it just kind of makes you think, were there drugs in the drinks that my father and I were throwing into the plants, behind us? So it's just kind of crazy. And it was to the point where I was actually contacted by the attorneys to kind of testify. But once they heard my story that, everything was very cool and kosher, they realized I would have actually been more favoring his defense. So that was the end of that conversation. But yeah, that is the story of how I narrowly escaped a sexual predator.